Hi everyone, welcome back. It's the 30th of July 2018 and I'm going to be trading the New York session this afternoon. It's 22 minutes past 2 here, so we're just a few minutes to go before the New York Open. I've already taken two trades earlier. Let's get straight into this and I'll show you the trades that I'm in. Took the Euro US dollar at 80 as it came through one of our entry points, looking for further upside movement on this. It's approaching that 0-0. Hoping for it to push through that. If it shows that push through there, I'll lock in break even and start to lock in some profits. So we're seeing some strength on that euro at the moment. Looking for it to break that 0-0, then I can start locking and moving my price stop up. Second trade I've got is the euro Japanese yen. Took this at the same time, and I took this one at 76. Was the level when I got in on this. Again, looking for further upside movement. Euro seen this good strength throughout the London session and been going sideways for a little while now, but this is quite a common thing during the quiet period between London and when the New York opens. And now, as I say, looking for further upside movement on this euro. So that's it. Two trades I'm in at the moment: euro US dollar and euro Japanese yen, both long, looking for further upside movement. I'll pause the video for now and I'll be back very soon with an update. Hi, I'm back again with an update. The Euro US dollar, we're seeing this weakness on the US dollar, which is pushing the Euro US dollar up. That's up about 20, 25, 26 pips in profit at the moment, and I've locked 2 pips on that. I'll be pushing that up in a minute to lock in a bit more on that. Probably locking in about between 5 and 10 pips, something like that. See how this goes. The Euro Japanese yen still moving strong, seeing that Euro strength as well. I've got break even locked in on this, about 2 pips. So that one's safe at the moment. The only other trade I've got running is the New Zealand dollar US dollar. Took this as it came through one of our entry levels, and that's just starting to show a little bit of profit. Looking for it to break that 20 and hopefully move up towards that 50. Okay, I'll pause again for now and I'll be back if there's any changes. Back again with an update. We're still seeing this US dollar weakness and the euro strength. There's a little bit of a pullback happening right now, but I'll quickly run through these trades. Still in this euro US dollar, get a little closer now to my target, which is up near the 20 level there, so looking for that to push up towards 20. The euro Japanese yen, again, that's pushing up towards that 0-0, hoping for that to push through 0-0 and maybe even move up towards that 20, but need to keep an eye on these. But we're still seeing this lovely move that's been going on right from the start of the London session here, this beautiful move up on the euro at the moment. The other trade I've taken just now is the US dollar Canadian dollar. Came through and hit a certain entry level that we can take. Took this short, looking for further downside movement. There's a bit of a big pullback happening on that right now, but looking for further downside movement on that. Got my take profit at the moment down at 80, but we'll see what that one does. So often we see some big swings with the Canadian dollar, but getting very, very close to my stop loss there, but we'll see what that does. And of course, still holding the New Zealand dollar US dollar. That's holding fairly steady at the moment on that US dollar weakness. And so that's it. They're the 3 trades that I'm in, the 4 trades that I'm in at the moment. And I'll pause again and I'll be back if there's any changes to report. Back again with this one, this US dollar Canadian dollar, very quick trade in and out, and I've got stops out on that. Took a full stop, losing 10 pips. You can see I've just taken a re-entry as it's come through one of our levels. And again, I'm still looking for further downside movement. There's nothing to change my mind or change my plan on this. Still looking for further downside movement, so I'm willing to give it another shot. And I'll risk 10 pips on that if it comes up and hits my stop again. So US dollar Canadian dollar, re-entry I've taken there. Looking for further downside movement. Okay, I shall pause again and be back very soon. Back with an update. We're seeing these markets come alive now, really moving on some of these trades. This euro US dollar still moving up, beautiful clear directional move to the upside, and I've locked in plus 20 pips on that. The euro Japanese yen, I've locked in 10 pips on this, and 1-to-1 risk to reward on this. Looking for that price to push through that 0-0 and hopefully get further up towards this 20 level. The pound US dollar, seen this start to take off now, the pound showing some strength. Trying on that, testing that 50 level, and it's coming through there now quite strong. Looking for further upside movement towards this 80 level on this. So pound US dollar, got in this as it came through one of our entry levels and looking for further upside movement. Pound Japanese yen, exactly the same. Took it on that last candle as it came through one of our entry levels. looking for further upside movement, although this seems to be held back a little bit by the Japanese yen, just very slightly, but not too worried about that. The Australian dollar, US dollar, I took this trade, but it came back and got to a point where I had to punch out of it. Couldn't stick with that trade, so I ended up losing just 1 pip on that. So at the moment I'm down 11, just writing it in my journal, I'm down 11 pips at the moment. I lost 10 pips on the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and 1 pip on the Australian dollar, US dollar. So not really looking for anything at the moment. I'm fully loaded. I'm holding 6 trades. So carrying on through these, the US dollar, Canadian dollar, I got stopped out. I took a full stop on this, and as it came back through one of our entry levels, I got back in on this short, looking for further downside movement. I've got 10 pips, 10 pips locked in on that at the moment, looking for further downside movement. And the last trade is this New Zealand dollar, US dollar. That's moving up quite nice, and I've locked in break even on that. So seeing some good profits showing at the moment. If these markets carry on moving as they are, could turn out to be a very good day. I'll pause for now and I'll be back soon. Final update, I'm out of all my trades now, punched out of these, saw decent profit, and I was just happy to punch out a nice early day with good profit showing. Okay, I'll run through these just to show you what trades I took, where I got in, and what pips I took on them. Euro US dollar, I took this at 80, one of the first trades I took today, as it came through one of our entry levels. So I got plus 33 pips on Euro US dollar. EJ, again, another one of the early trades that I took. Got in this at 76, watched this move up, nice beautiful move up, and I managed to take 20 pips on the Euro Japanese yen. Pound US dollar, took this as it came through one of our entry points, took this at 39, and I managed to take 7 pips on that as I punched out, so it's plus 7 pips on the pound US dollar. Pound Japanese yen is the first of 3 losers that I've had today, so very small loss on this. Took this GJ as it came through entry criteria at 87. Had to punch out of that. There's certain criteria that we take whereby if price reverses we get to a point where we need to punch out, and I lost 3 pips on that. AU was another of those 3 losses where I took a very small loss on this. Again, took this as it came through the entry point at 06, pulled back, and it got to a point where I had to punch out, and I lost 1 pip on that. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, I had no opportunities to get into trades there. And the US dollar, Japanese yen, same with that, no opportunities to take any trade there, didn't come through any of our entry points. US dollar, Canadian dollar, I had 1 loss on this and 1 win. First trade that I took as it came through entry criteria was at 13 on this big move down here as this candle started to power down. And you can see that I got stopped out almost immediately on that for a full 10 pips. So I lost 10 pips initially on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Took a re-entry very soon after that loss. And I got in at 20, which is one of our re-entry levels. Watched this come down and I got out of that taking 20 pips. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, didn't manage to take any trades on that. And the last pair that I traded today was the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I took this as it came through an entry point at 15. Watched this go up and I managed to punch out with plus 14 pips on that. So a summary of what I've traded today, I took 8 trades in all, 3 losses, losing 14 pips, 5 wins, winning 94 pips, giving me a total of 80 pips, and that equates to a profit of plus 3.38% on my capital. Okay, so that's me finished for the day. A nice quick session. Please remember to subscribe. You should see a link just down below here somewhere. And that way you'll get a heads up as and when I post any of these videos. If you'd like to find out more about the way that we trade, you can find out from our website, which is uktoasia.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, where whenever I'm trading I always post live entries, exits, wins, losses and results at the end of each day. Thanks very much for watching. I'll close this down now and I'll have another video for you very soon. Thank you.